creation. What you know? With the years since creation. What you know? Since the time of sun and sand. Since the time of moon and stars. Since the time of air and sea. Since the time of men and things. We must run from faith to guide. Oh, as them look through my purpose land. Purpose land. Oh, okay now. Now I want to talk to my people.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special broadcast coming to you from Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation, right here in the great state of Texas, precisely from the city of Houston. Well, wonderful privilege to come to you again today, and we will keep on asking that question. We want to know who owns Ambazonia until we have received the answer from French, Cameroon, and the powers that matter across the world. We will keep on asking that question until our flag is permanently erected in Boya. Again, it's a privilege to come to you again. I want to believe that you all out there are having a great time in spite of the temptations and the trials that our people on ground zero particularly continue to face. But we know the good book says trials will last for a while, but you know what? At the end of the day, there will be joy. No trials, no triumphs. No trials, no triumphs. Thanks for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, in this broadcast. As usual, please, for those who do not know I am here yet, you hit your share button. Let them join the broadcast right now. This is a packed full broadcast, and I won't take long to get into that. So please go ahead and hit your share button. Let's get the 700 people on the Facebook, and of course we normally have another 400 from the start or so on YouTube, and then it grows from there. So let's do that so that I can come to you with a presentation. And remember, I have a very wonderful guest who shall be joining me in this broadcast in the second part. In the second part of it, I am talking about Willie de Paris. I have never met him. I've spoken with him over the phone, but I found out certain interesting things about him, about this Ambazonian struggle, and I am glad he accepted to come on ABC Amber Television. So please go, ladies and gentlemen, hit your share button as you join. Let's get the 700. The numbers are rising to my liking. Thank you. As you join, just go ahead, hit your share button. Let me see those of you who have not mentioned for a while. I see the one and only Amber Police Commissioner Atar John here. Thank you, sir. You have been missing. Jonas Sue, I see you. You say, what about what Thibaut Nagy said? No, Thibaut Nagy did not say anything. The footage that you are seeing out there is old, 2018. You guys should not be deceived, please. That video footage of Thibaut Nagy, or Naj, as some call it, is an old footage, very old footage. That statement he made in 2018. We won't waste time to talking about what he said in that footage. It is an old footage. Policy is evolving as this struggle goes on. So please, all of you, ignore that footage out there who will say nothing about it. It is not worth it. I see also Funking Bernard, the man with the thunder voice. Oh, thank you, sir. I see also Janet Anyi. God bless you, our able secretary. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Theophilus Kum. See you too. James Mulu. See you. Millie Chi. Yes, I know you. Bisong Goud. Bisong Goud. Say good evening, sir. Thank you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, again, hit your share button as you join. Hit your share button so you can quicken my coming to you with this presentation today. Becky Awa, always here. Thanks for that correction, Secretary Chris. Thank you. Yes, again, that video footage you have out there from Tibor Naj or Nagi, as whoever different people call it, that video footage is not a current footage. It's not something he said yesterday or 2 weeks ago, or a month ago, not even last year, 2019. That statement was made in 2018. 2018. And of course, you guys have to remember, it is the Americans who are pushing the Swiss initiative the most. And so they cannot be pushing the Swiss initiative and then be telling us what they want and what they don't want. No. The only thing we will accept will be what come out of the Swiss initiative. That is, assuming the negotiations goes through to the end, that we accept what comes out of there. Let me also add one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. You guys should not be in the habit of trying to take what people say out there. The outcome of this revolution depends on you and me, Ambazonians. Nobody in the world, so long as French Cameroon remain a state party and has all these diplomatic connections around the world, do not expect any power to say Cameroon should be broken up into pieces. No, you will not hear that because of diplomatic connections that they have. The outcome of this struggle doesn't depend, therefore, on what some leader or some country says out there. The outcome, we Ambazonians have the final say. As per the outcome of this struggle, of this revolution. And that final say depends on our resolve to see a free and independent country, our resolve to fund the struggle, to fund the battle on the ground, to buy them guns, to put everything, the bullets they need, the machine guns they need in their hands. This is no more a joke. We are serious about this. Only guns will get La République du Cameroon to the negotiation table. We have advocated negotiations again and again. I'm referring to this interim government. We have advocated again and again for the need for the negotiation to get to the negotiation table. We have heard from the international community. They are all advocating negotiations, dialogue. We have all advocated for it. We have made a peace for it. La République du Cameroon remains intransigent. La République remains intransigent. And what is going to happen is, as far as La République remains intransigent, we will continue to equip and empower Ambazonian restoration forces to do what they can, to defend our freedoms, to defend our land, defend our people, defend our mothers and fathers, and every piece of territory that belongs to Ambazonia. That is where we are leading to. So please, thank you. This is again a part. This is a part presentation. So go ahead, hit your share button. I am in high spirit today, ladies and gentlemen, very much in high spirit. So one more time, the video footage that you find out there, of U.S. Under Secretary of State for Africa, Mr. Tibor, that video footage is old, very, very old. That was 2018. So ignore what you hear in that footage. Ignore what you hear in that footage. Things have since evolved. Things have since evolved, and we are, look, I believe in 2018 when that statement was made, ladies and gentlemen, if La République du Cameroon had reasoned out what the international community was saying then, because let me tell you something, in 2018, many of us still believe if La République du Cameroon would come to its senses, to our senses, come to the table and say, let's talk about a two Cameroon, the Southern Cameroons and the East Cameroon. I believe many of us who have been hardened today would have thought about it, would have said, let's sit down and talk about it. No, but today you can't tell us that. Not after all these people have been killed. Not after children have been home going to 4 years without education. Not after our towns and villages have been decimated by French Cameroon. No, we are past that point of going to sit on table with French Cameroon to reason on the subject of federation. Not this interim government. Not any serious Ambazonian. Who cares? Who cares about all who have been killed and driven out of their own homes? Nothing like a federation. So, okay. I think one more other thing I was going to clarify. All right. So I am into this broadcast right now. One thing that I also want to remind everybody, especially those on ground zero, ladies and gentlemen, it appears that some people are out there talking about a lockdown, announcing a lockdown on Friday. This interim government has not declared a lockdown. We have not declared a lockdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not called for a lockdown, neither, not even ghost town on Friday. We do not know who is putting out that information out there. Ground zero on Friday, go about your business as usual. Now, to our women in the diaspora and on ground zero, we know nothing like Women's Day. Yes, we know nothing. Ambazonia would celebrate nothing like as Women's Day. Women's Day is supposed to be an international day celebration recognized by the United Nations. Women's Day has to do with the rights of women, the emancipation of women. But how can Ambazonian women go out celebrating emancipation, freedom, when their children are in the graves? How can Ambazonian women go out celebrating Women's Day when their husbands are slaughtered and buried in mass graves? How can Ambazonian women go out celebrating International Women's Day when the international community turns a blind eye on the sufferings, on the persecutions, on the slaughter of women in Ambazonia? On Women's Day, this is what Ambazonian women should be doing. Put on sackcloth, stay home, and meditate upon what is going on in Ambazonia. Perhaps go to God in prayer and pray that God will intervene and that the evil powers and forces that lead these, that force La République du Cameroun to continue this fight will be defeated, be decimated, be overcome by the power of God himself. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's a wonderful privilege to be back with you today, Wednesday, the 4th of March, 2020. Thank you, Ground Zero, for your wonderful patience, your wonderful resilience, your wonderful perseverance, and your courage. Thank you, Ambazonian Restoration Forces. You continue to lift high, to hold high the flag and the anthem of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. May that flag never descend. May that flag never come down. May our anthem continue to be sung forever. Okay. And we give all of you the praise for doing so. Above all, we thank God for taking us this far, ladies and gentlemen. We thank God in particular for taking us this far. When they declared their war upon us, they refer to us as 2 cubes of sugar. How long does a cube of sugar sustain, resist water? Of course, it will not in the next 1 minute. That is exactly what La République du Cameroon thought they were going to do. They were going to decimate us in minutes, and we will be subdued. We would surrender. Thank God, ladies and gentlemen. Those 2 cubes of sugar have turned into iron. Iron is indissoluble no matter how long it stays in water. That is what Ambazonia has become. We have become an eyesore to La République du Cameroon. And let me repeat to them what other international powers have said. You cannot win this war. You cannot. La République du Cameroon, you cannot win this war. Ambazonia will dictate the pace and the outcome of this war, whether you like it or not. This is an existential battle, war, and we are prepared for it. The last time I came here, I told La République du Cameroon, Ambazonia is prepared for a long war, a very, very long war. If you think you can decimate our communities, kill our people, and get us to subdue, you make a fool of yourselves, because we are now ready to prosecute this war for the next 20 years, if that be necessary. If you think you can drag this war down to 20 years to look like Sudan, to look like Eritrea, to look like Somalia, we are ready, we are prepared, Ambazonians are prepared to face it and to fund it to the expected end. That is our resolve. And thank God you can trust this interim government. Ladies and gentlemen, we have men and women who are sacrificing to make sure La République du Cameroon is totally evicted from our communities in Ambazonia. And that is going to happen. So let me take you right into the update which I brought to you today. The update that I have for you today. Now, we have out there a statement, ladies and gentlemen, a statement from La République du Cameroon after the Ngabu incident. La République du Cameroon military carried out similar attacks, similar killings in Babanki, Kejum Ketungo. My apologies for that jaw-breaking pronunciation there. But they carried out other attacks there, killed more children, killed adults, and went out and pretended they killed Ambazonian Restoration Forces. They are still trying to cover up everything they do. When they went to Ngarba and Tumbo and killed those other people, they came out and issued a statement that said only 5 La République soldiers went there. Now we are being told they are arresting 9, and Paul Atanganji is out there staging some fake arrests of so-called military in the names of those who perpetrated the murders in Ngarabo. So, if only 5, can they go back to their statement, their initial statement that said only 5 of their soldiers went there. If only 5 of their soldiers went there, why are they arresting 9? But they had said also that, no, they didn't do it. It was an explosion out of gasoline in those buildings. So why are they arresting people? Now they have also made a lie and put it out there by their communication minister, Rene Sadi, saying that Human Rights Watch has now retracted their report that says the crimes, the genocide, the mass killings in Garbo wasn't carried out by La Republique. Was carried out by La Republique. The Cameroon government, their communication minister is saying Human Rights Watch has pulled out that story. It's a lie, ladies and gentlemen. Human Rights Watch hasn't pulled out any story. The story remains. The world knows. The international community knows. La République du Cameroon carried out those massacres and decimations of Ngaribo and Tumba. They can now cover it as a one. Every day, the changing of their story tells the tale that they did it. Now they cannot cover it. Now they say they are arresting 9 soldiers to try them. What are they trying them for if they didn't do it? If French Cameroon wants anyone to take them seriously, what they should be doing is, first of all, step out and say, yes, we now realize our soldiers committed the act. Then we will take them seriously when they say they are arresting 9 soldiers for committing an act they said they never did. They never did. So that is that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have this in mind. We have said again and again that La République du Cameroon is not going to win this war. La République du Cameroon is not going to win this war. And no matter what they do, Ambazonians will remain resilient. Ambazonians will remain very, very, very resilient. Now, a few announcements. I want also this, the interim government has made it very, very clear, ladies and gentlemen, nothing like 20th May is taking place in Ambazonia. Nothing like the African Cup of Nations is taking place in Ambazonia. You cannot have a foreign country organize an event and want to host it in our territory. So as long as La République is concerned, we are not. Ambazonia isn't going to be part of the territory hosting the African Cup of Nations beginning April, I think it's April 4th or April 4th, 2021, I guess. But we are sounding this warning, and we want all African nations to have this at the back of your heads. Their security, the security of your players is very, very, very important. If you listen to the sound of my voice, and with an official letter that will be coming out to you from this interim government, and you still want to take your players and your supporters to Cameroon and into Ambazonia, that will be the biggest risk you want to embark upon. It is very, 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 very evident Ambazonia will not be part of this African Cup nonsense. Since this struggle, this war began, no African country has opened its mouth to say a thing, to condemn the killings in Ambazonia and the decimation in Ambazonia, maybe with the exception of retired J.J. Rawlings. He is not an African leader. He is not an African president. He is retired. We have been hoping that every African leader out there will stand up to the dictator in Cameroon and say to him, stop what you are doing, stop the massacre, stop the genocide, stop the killings, stop the burnings, stop the torture. No single African leader is yet to voice out this opposition to what French Cameroon is doing to Ambazonia. And so, Ambazonia will not be hosting any African Cup of Nations. French Cameroon, take note. And all African countries participating in that competition, please take note. Take note. It will be a dead Ambazonia. All right. Now, let me talk about the demos, ladies and gentlemen. We have big demos coming up in Washington, D.C. It is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be the match of the year. Now, take a look. Watch this one. Look at this. Look at this. This was 2019. Yes, I think it was 2019. This was 100,000 man march. 100,000 man march that we held in Washington, D.C. In Washington, D.C. What is coming, ladies and gentlemen? What lies ahead? Gonna be more than this. It's gonna be more than this. We want to triple, if not quadruple, this population that you see here. We want to quadruple this turnout. And so if you are Ambazonian, anywhere in the USA, please start making preparations now. Thank God it's still about, that is coming up at the weekend, not this weekend, the next weekend. So please, wherever you are in the continental USA, we want to see you in Washington, D.C., from Boston, from Maine, from Vermont to Connecticut, to New York, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, New York, every neighboring state, from Ohio, Delaware, New Jersey. Please let us show up at this rally on March the 13th. March the 13th at Washington, D.C. Let us together tell the world, remind the world of the massacres that are taking place in our country. Please do not say you cannot make it. You have enough time right now to take time off your work. Let us remember the sacrifice that Ground Zero is sacrificing, the pain that they go through. The only way we can stand with them, is to come out like this, to voice our voices to the international community, to the American government that has the power to do something. Let us come and move their hands to do something. So please, March the 13th, Friday, March the 13th, will be that million-man march. That million-man march in Washington, D.C. Let us all gather there and tell the White House, we are not turning back until the beast in Cameroon is stopped, and until Ambazonia has raised its flag in Boya, we will keep on fighting. And let's tell them we need their help, ladies and gentlemen. We need their help. We need American help. Let the congressmen see us, all those congressmen and women in D.C. who are who are turning their eyes against this struggle. Let us show up there in our numbers and let them see us and know we are united and that we are serious. And please, ignore those irrelevant people who think that they can come up and kill some of us or attack some of us. Ignore them. They are non-entities. They amount to nothing, absolutely nothing. If we are not afraid of a lot of people to Cameroon, we think we should be afraid of some two people who really don't matter. So please, ignore those fears. We are ready to march on Washington, D.C. And I will be there, of course. You will see me there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get there and shame the devil. Yes, let's get there and shame the devil. Again, March the 13th. March the 13th. Ladies and gentlemen, March the 13th. Mark your calendar. March the 13th. Let me add something that I will not disclose. Details at this moment. There is something in the pipeline that is big. That is big. There is something in the pipeline that is very, very, very big. And La Republic du Cameroon will be in some big, big trouble. If you want to have a gist of what I'm talking about, be at the press conference at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, March the 12th. That is the day preceding the Great March. So if you happen to get to Washington, D.C. on Thursday afternoon, the press conference at the National Press Club comes up from I think from 1 p.m. Yes, the press conference starts at 1 p.m. at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. We shall be putting our details about that press conference. So there is some big news, really big news that will stun the Republic of Cameroon. It will stun them. They will be like, what is coming again? We thought these guys have done all they can do. No, we haven't done all yet. And ladies and gentlemen, it is big, big news. Again, you want to get a gist of what is happening, of what is coming, or what is about to happen this month. By the end of this month, that is going to happen. So you want to get some details about it, join the press conference on the Thursday, March the 12th, at the Washington National Press Club. Washington National Press Club on Thursday, March the 12th. I cannot drop this rally announcement without mentioning also that is coming up in London on March the 9th. March 9, the rally at the Commonwealth headquarters in London. Ambazonians are gathering in London once more to raise attention of the killings, the massacres, the genocide that is taking place in our territory before the leaders of the Commonwealth. So if you are anywhere in England, ladies and gentlemen, you listening to the sound of my voice, if you are anywhere in England, mark your calendar for the 9th, the 9th. I think it's the 9th this Friday. Today is the 4th. When is the 9th? And so today is the 4th, Thursday the 5th, Friday 6th, Saturday 7th, Sunday 8th. So that will be Monday. Monday is the 9th. It happens to be a work day. But Ambazonians, listen to me. Listen to the sound of my voice. We know it's a work day. But everybody has to sacrifice. Every one of us has to sacrifice. Please take permission out of your job and be at that rally in London on Monday. You will not regret. That you did so. So, fellow Ambazonians, yes, you heard me say that there is panic. In Yaoundé. There is panic in Yaoundé. After the Ngarbu massacres, the Babanki Kejumketungo massacres, and the Pinyin massacres, the Bali massacres, the eyes of the international community have finally opened to the reality what French Cameroon is doing to Ambazonians on ground zero, and there is heavy pressure mounted on that regime to the extent the powers that be within that territory that are beginning to whisper about power change or regime change. So don't be surprised. You wake up tomorrow and hear that Paul Biya is gone, because there are meetings taking place in Yaoundé In one of those meetings this week or recently, ladies and gentlemen, the Bulu ministers met together. And when their so-called prime minister showed up, guess what happened? They asked him to leave. Yeah. The prime minister, the chief of cabinet, right? The head of cabinet, head of government. When he showed up at his own cabinet meeting put together by the Bulus and Betis in Yaoundé, he was asked to leave. They told him, sir, we really don't need you here. You can go back, we will inform you, we will tell you what transpired in this meeting. But there was a Betty Bulu cabinet meeting, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what they are talking about? They are thinking about a possible regime change in Yaoundé. And do not think that they can pass this thing over to Kanto. In 2016, I had a meeting with O.C. Joshua at the Montfebe Hotel in Yaoundé. No, the hotel, the Hotel Le Député, that's what they call it, Hotel Le Député, and that's all my French. So I met with O.C. Joshua in that hotel, and he said something to me. He said to me, now these things had not started. This thing had not started. The conflict, the war had not started. And we were discussing about a possible transition in that country, in the context of a democratic transition. And O.C. Joshua said to me, listen, I do not see a peaceful transition taking place in this country. Now, he was referring to Cameroon, of course. And I said, why? He said, there are three factions in this country that will go for the power the moment that vacuums come. And he said, if Biya dies, the Muslims from the north, the Isa Chiromas and the Bubabelo Magaris from the north, they want their faction to take over the country. They feel they have an entitlement to lead Cameroon. And then he said, the Bamilikis would want the power. And then the Betis, the Bulus, they want to maintain the power. A crisis will emerge. And ladies and gentlemen, when you hear that the Bulus and Betis ministers are having meetings and planning what lies ahead, something is going to happen in that country, and don't think that Kanto is going to be the next president. That will not happen. That will not happen. But that is what is going on. There is panic there. This is coming out of the international pressure. La République doesn't want to go down, doesn't want to go sit down at any negotiation, because they know the agenda at that negotiation table. When they talk about the root causes of the problem, it means we have to go back to pre-independence days and ask ourselves, how did we get here? How can it be fixed? And they know what the fix is. They know what exactly the fix is. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is panic in Yaoundé. Mr. Biya may just live there and run and leave that place empty. Or he may put one of his tribesmen there. I guess that is why they are holding meetings together to discuss among themselves what happened in such an eventuality. That is what is happening in Yaoundé. They are also seeing the pressure being mounted upon the regime by Kanto in his rallies, in his connections, and so on. They are hearing the French speak the language, the French president speak the language they never expected. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, Ambazonians, do not believe for a second, don't think for a second that the French president would love to see a free and independent Ambazonia. Never, never. Now remember, the French are the only people, the only country that has not supported the Swiss initiative. The French have not as much as supported the Swiss initiative that calls for negotiation going back to the root causes of the problem. So when French President places a phone call to Paul beyond whatever they discuss about, do not think that he is saying so because somebody asked him a question about Ambazonia. Absolutely not. Remember, he said in that statement that you called Paul Biya and asked him to remove political leaders. Yes, their political leaders were freed. Kamto and all his members were freed. Did they free Sisiko and others? Of course not. Did you go back to do a follow-up to say, why are you keeping those other ones? Of course not. He did not. The French, it is not in their interest to see a free and independent Ambazonia. We should not make the mistake of thinking, oh, let's go. I see some Ambazonians saying, let's go meet them, maybe talk to them, suggest some concessions to them. The French will never, never work for the interest of a free Ambazonia. So let's forget about the French. However, this pressure being mounted upon them for regime change, remember, for regime change in Yaoundé, the French are mounting the pressure for regime change. The international community is mounting the pressure for a negotiated settlement over this conflict, and there is panic, there is commotion within the ranks and files in Yaoundé. And it can only get better, ladies and gentlemen. It can only get better. They thought that they were going to stop us. They are not stopping us. They are not stopping us. We are indeed very, very, very unstoppable. We are very, very, very unstoppable. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the state of the revolution. What I want to say to you today is that the state of the revolution is stronger. Now we hear some fellows out there who criticize the Swiss initiative, who mock the Swiss initiative, who say they can never be part of the Swiss initiative. They are now voicing opinion to the essence, to the effect that they would want to be part of it. They would want to be part of it. That is good news. That is good news. So, again, the state of our revolution is stronger, ladies and gentlemen. My appeal to every one of you, the only way we will sustain the revolution, the only way we will sustain the revolution going is to fund our LGAs. Fund our LGAs. Fund your LGA. Let me take this opportunity to announce that in the days to come, I would like to have a meeting with all the BLM community, whether in the diaspora, on ground zero. I call it Friends of the BLM Forum. Friends of the BLM Forum. I shall be coming forth with a date of that meeting. We have to fund ground zero. And so please look for your county, look for your local government, look for your local government. We're all proud, very, very proud of those restoration forces on the, on the last lockdown and the election stoppage. They did a marvelous job. They stopped those elections from taking place in our territory. But it took money, ladies and gentlemen. Some people coughed out the money. I remember everybody in the cabinet coughing out money, country heads, the Restoration Council members, AGA members, they all coughed out money that went out to patronize, to fund that lockdown and that election boycott. We have this African Nations Cup coming up. You have this 20th May coming up, and other events that we wouldn't want to see happen in our territory. We also have to step up the resistance, ladies and gentlemen. And the only way we do so is by funding those boys. Please, you out there, look for your local government. Look for your local government. Fund it. Fund it. And for those of you who have still not yet enrolled in the CID, compulsory independence dues, please, I encourage you, look for a means to do so. I know a lot of you out there want to do it, and it is becoming frustrating how to do it, because I've received a lot of calls in that respect. But please keep on trying. keep on trying to enroll in the CID. Let us make sure that we win this war. We have to win this war. We have to win this war. We see victory in the horizon. We see victory in the horizon. We must keep on. I like the story. I like the story in the Bible where they had to lift up the hands of Moses, and the Bible says, for as long as the hands of Moses remained lifted up, the Israelites won the war, or were winning the war. Let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, for as long as we continue to support this struggle, fund our Amba Restoration Forces, we will continue to win this war. I can assure you, we have gone too far. There can be no turning back. There can be no turning back. Let me emphasize one more time. We have, ladies and gentlemen, this interim government policy on Francophones to live stays in place as declared. Every French Cameroonian in Ambazonian territory serving the interests of French Cameroon. Listen to me carefully. Every Francophone in Ambazonia serving the interests of French Cameroon, we have asked you to go. And we are really appealing to you to go. I know some have left. We have heard some people leaving, packing out. Thank God for you. If you want to lock your homes, lock your things in your homes and go, feel free to do so. Nobody will break into your home to take out a dime or a pin from your house. But you are free to come back when this war is over. You are free to come back to Ambazonia when the war is over. But for now, please, you have to go. You have to go. Every Francophone in Ambazonia serving French Cameroon interests, it really doesn't matter if you have been there for 100 years. If you are there serving French Cameroon interests, we are asking you, if you don't go, you will be made to go. That decision is still very, very much in force. So please, we cannot protect you from what is going on. And we do not want any of our citizens to vent their anger on you. That is why we are saying move peacefully. Take your families out. If you are a student, go. If you are a worker, go. You are a businessman, go. You are a civil servant, go. Go before it gets too hot. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take a brief break out, and when I come back, I will bring to you my guest for today, the one and only Willie de Paris. So I'd like you to stay put and get ready for this inspiring interview from Willie de Paris. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Don't touch your remote. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Let me make sure I get the right footages in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, stay put. Do not touch your remote. Let me take a short break and bring in Willie de Paris. All right.
Start a new career as a Linux system administrator with an average salary of $80,000 to $120,000 a year. Dynamic Tech Academy has transformed many lives for the better through our 6-month Linux program. We are so excited to announce that we are adding DevOps course and Red Hat certification at no charge, which will make students more competitive. Over 80% of our students have no prior IT background, yet vast majority of alumni land jobs in 3 to 6 months after they start applying. Our ultimate goal is to reach 100% student employment, so we work with every student until he or she gets a job. Upon successful completion of the course, we will provide resume building, interview preparation, and job placement assistance. With the Linux course, you get more than 300 hours of in-depth training, and you get to learn from experienced instructors. By the end of the program, our students can be Red Hat certified if they choose. Our alumni work in companies, both government and private companies in the USA, Canada, and even Europe. Want to learn more about the program? You can contact us at info@dynamicdmv.com, or you can call us at 240-604-9505, or you can call us at 240-423-7865. And you can also visit us at www.dynamictechdmv.com. If you are interested in online classes, please register on our website. That's once again www.dynamictechdmv.com. Are you tired of going from dealership to dealership looking for that used car that perfectly fits both your lifestyle and your budget? Are you bored with the same old tactics, the same old styles, and the same old disappointments when you don't find exactly what you want? Are you frustrated because of bad credit or tired of being rejected of in-house financing? Are you tired of going from garage to garage for a car? How about that filthy old car that you used to drive? Are you done? Welcome to the new experience. Barrico Auto Sales has sold and financed cars to over 50,000 people across the country. Our exclusive in-house financing model allows us to provide flexible options for all. Enjoy low rates, free pickup, and award-winning customer service. Reserve today. Barrico Auto helps make car renting easy and seamless for all of our customers. Our financing options allow you to shop our vehicle inventory for the exact used car, truck, or van that best fits your needs. Car selection and customer satisfaction are of great importance to us. We provide the best mechanical repairs, and our services take just minutes. Detail your car with us and get out of that filthy old smell and into something sweet. We will even do your oil change at the lowest rate. And please do not forget that with Barrico Auto Sale, you own and drive your car before you even have to pay us. So come on down and visit us and drive away with your new car.
Barrico Autos. Own and drive before you pay. 240-486-4664. www.barricoauto.com.
When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes a duty. Weber.
One day, God go hear one prayer that day. One day, God go hear one prayer. I say one day, God go hear one prayer that day. One day, God go hear one prayer. Una day for bush, una no get your board that day. Una just pray, God go hear one prayer. Begin the need to go school. The day in Sabu show that you make you just pray. Oh. God go hear what prayer, sing with me.
One day, God go hear what prayer, that you one day, God go hear what prayer.
I say one day,
God go hear what prayer, that you one day, God go hear what prayer.
see how a woman dead deep on that is a bush, oh, daddy, yeah. Oh, begin the day deep, go school again, mama. Who will it cry? I go cry again, oh, daddy, yeah. One day, God go hear what prayer, daddy, yeah. One day, oh, God go hear what prayer. I say one day,
God go hear what prayer, that you one day, God go hear what prayer.
I tell so painful for see one brother they kill another brother. Papa God, now you want to know this story. Now you want to know this story. My papa, what did happen for this place now? Hey, begin the day for bush, oh. They no get water, oh, that you, then the sick, oh. God go hear what prayer. We not get the house them. They don't burn our house them. That you make we just pray, oh. God go hear what prayer. Sing with me.
One day, God go hear what prayer, that you one day, God go hear what prayer.
I say one day,
God go hear what prayer, that you one day, God go hear what prayer.
see how they don't burn our house, they burn somewhere, so mommy.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, one day, according to Willie the Paris, God will hear our prayer. God will hear the prayers of Ambazonians. Maybe it is a very, very great opportunity for me to come to you today with the man who composed that wonderful piece. I've heard people singing that song all over the place again and again and again until one afternoon, browsing Facebook, I saw Willie the Paris doing a broadcast on Facebook, and he was speaking so well for what is going on in Ambazonia. And I said to myself, I would like to talk to this guy. I would love to talk to this guy because we have so many Ambazonian celebrities that you rarely hear their voices in this struggle. Celebrities have a powerful voice, and if our celebrities, musicians, artists, actors can put their voices, add their voices to what is going on ground zero and make a whole big difference, because they have a population, a class of people they appeal to. We need that class to come into this revolution to support the struggle. Now, before I bring in Willie the Paris, I would like to play this clip of his in the show that I listened to that drew my attention to him. Please listen to this. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Our children are not going to go to school. I would like to, first of all, wish all of you a happy new year, and a happy new year for all those who are really online now. If you are online, please try to share, because I really want to talk. Something very, very serious, so that this direct can easily touch the government leaders, our people in the bushes, and our refugees in Nigeria. I will neither bring this English right down so that everybody can easily get me better. I would prefer to speak with the local English called the pidgin speaking one. so that I can easily speak to all those who don't understand good English and who understand pidgin English. I will bring it right down. I will speak in pidgin. So, papa them, mommy them, brother them, my sister them. Now this we don't start 2020. 2020 we don't start for the same level way we be since 2016. And one small we don't still listen at the same kind talk them where people that they talk online. December 31st we listing Mr. Polbia when he come online make a speech say they must crush all our people. Me I go like for talk behalf of my own people. I know say some of our friends and our brothers them, mostly for the French side, they not be very happy anytime we speak politics. I want first for tell anyone say politics. You like you talk about politics, you like you not talk about politics. All way to wait then I say now politics now they control your life. We don't lost plenty people them inside this war. Plenty people that don't die. And yet at the still say this government they take anything for granted. All their own way they know for do now say they better look we like fools them since we come into this marriage and so now so they still continue to take Saudi communities like fools them. Me, I not go be happy at all for see any man take me like a fool. For this my age, where I don't live so take out it for this level. For this level where God, Papa God don't permit me for be for this level where they. I would like for tell any man say tomorrow na January tomorrow na Monday we all picking them for the whole world they go start to go back for school. But yes, we are picking them no go school. No na say we'll be happy for senior picking them no go school. Na say for their own benefit, for all who are picking their benefit. We no go like for say this year finish again way they kill people them because of negligence, because of rubbish, because of carelessness. Papa them, brother them for.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I brought in that footage to give you a little background to the person you are about to listen to know where he is coming from, to know what he believes in, to know what he stands for. And at this moment, I'd like to introduce my very, very special guest in the person of Willie de Paris, who is one of Ambazonia's outstanding artist musician out there. Willie, it's a pleasure to have you, sir. Good evening from Europe, Paris in particular.
Good evening, Chris Ano. I hope you are getting me better.
Very clear, 5 on 5. Good to see
evening,
you.
and it's a pleasure being in your platform. I really it's a pleasure for me being in your platform.
Thank you.
I'm the one thank because for the great job you are doing and for what is happening. I'm the one thanking you.
It's okay. It's okay. I think both of us are in this together. It's about us. It's about our people. It's about the future of our country. And I must say to you, listening to you in that footage that I just played, I was very, very excited to know that there is a musician, not just a small musician out there, but I have gone through quite a number of your videos on YouTube and see the crowd that you pull in some of the events out there in Europe. And I must confess, you are not a small artist. And to be putting out your neck out there to stand for the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia, I must say that we appreciate it. Now, let me ask you, because you said something that surprised me. I didn't know where you come from. I heard you communicate mostly in French. Almost all of your songs are in French. And listening to you, I thought you are francophone from French Cameroon. But then you surprised me. Tell Ambazonians where you originate from in Ambazonia.
I would like to say I was born in Banga Bakundu in 1970 something. The son of Tanjo Moses from Wangon village in Libialem.
Now that is what surprised me when I learned you come from the BLM. In fact,
it's a surprise indeed.
Merely listening to your songs, indeed, nobody will even believe you are Ambazonian again, because almost all of your songs are in French, but you come from the BLM.
Yeah. That is what brought me into this struggle, because some people think this struggle, this resistance is just starting now, but some of us have gone across it throughout the whole life. I'm 40-something years old today, and I've crossed about so many problems in French. Our young sisters and our young brothers who are playing music today, they have to appreciate them because of this struggle, because they need to do something to show the English Cameroons that we really appreciate what you are doing. We were the first going to French Cameroon to go and look for survival, to go and look for our life. And when we reached in that point, it was a point that all the French people were saying to you, you are c'est un anglophone, c'est un Biafra, c'est un Bamenda. So at a point of time, we have to change our identity, started to singing in Douala, because at that time we know Makosa was the rhythmman who was really being appreciated by everybody in Cameroon. So we have to sing in Douala, and we have to learn French deeply, so that we have to express ourselves in French, because you cannot live in Douala and Yaoundé speaking English. You know, all those who are doing showbiz in Yaoundé are speaking French. So you have to learn the French if you want to integrate yourself into those clown of people who can easily bring you up and support your career. So that's what brought me into this matter of singing in French.
So essentially, you are saying that for you as Ambazonian, Southern Cameroonian musician to succeed in the music industry in Cameroon, you have to sing in their own dialect and their own culture to succeed. And that is why you began singing in French.
Yeah, because I would like to bring you just a few examples, and I know you have gone across it. You know about, how did they call that little girl again? She sings very well. Daphne. You know about Daphne?
No, I don't know her.
Daphne, she's a good singer. She's the
Where is she?
girl. She's from Boya. She's from Boya, and she's the one who had a lot of trophy in Cameroon in
Oh,
2000.
okay.
And
Yes, I think I saw that.
yes,
One award in Yaoundé
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely. She was crying and she was saying she never believed that English Cameroon can easily come to Yaoundé and had a lot of trophy because they put it in our mind. They poison our spirit, they poison our dreams, and they poison our resistance in this particular country we are talking about. So when I heard this little girl saying that she never believed that she could come to Yaoundé and have all this trophy, I know they did it because this struggle started. I know that they didn't do it because they want to please the best who can be in that particular country. They want to please the population who are suffering for the moment, to really assure them that we are together, you can do and you can receive what is better for you. It was not it. Because I have done a lot.
I looked at that award ceremony and the presentation, and to me, I thought they were just being politically correct. Giving her that award, I don't think if we were in normal conditions, they would have given her that award. Did you see it that way?
No. It was in normal condition as we were before.
Mm-hmm.
She won't have all those trophies, no matter how best you are. You know, it was I don't remember the year, but it's about 10 years or 11 years today. I was in the delegate house in Yaoundé. I remember that man. The man was from North Cameroon, and I was the only English artist invited in that ceremony. It was 20th May. I was there, and we have so many of our members of the government who were there, deputies, mayors, and all the rest. They were there, and it was the 20th May, and the delegate make a speech in French. When he finished the speech in French, and artists were playing. I was the last artist to play that night. So I said to the deputy, I believe 20th May is what brought the two Cameroons together. And we can't be here and somebody's always speaking in French while there are English people sitting in the hall. I myself, I'm an Englishman. I'm outside of the speech. I don't even understand what was going on. So the man was really ashamed until at 2 o'clock on the night, decided to bring another speech at 2 o'clock on the night, and he was making a speech in English. And at that particular point, when I was talking about that particular speech, I heard my own big brothers behind, deputies and all the rest, saying, "This is one of the let me speak in English now. One of the speaking in this way, they no one hear which did happen." So I told to them, somebody has to die for what is wrong, for what is right. And when the governor finished the speech, and he finished the speech and saying, "I hope the party is satisfied." I say, "Yes, I'm satisfied." So I've played. So after he invited me in his office and said, "I'm very sorry. It's just that the culture have run away from us. We don't even know that at a certain point of time we have English people in the hall." So they believe that everybody have to speak French. So that's what brought us into this matter of today. That we think Cameroon is a French country. Cameroon is not a French country. If you like it, you take it or not. It's a bilingual country. It was a bilingual country. I can call it also today.
Right.
Because the revolution is on, and we have to take it, because after losing all of our people we are losing today, we can't say we are looking for people who can smile with us, while we need people to say to us that we are smiling.
Willie, let me ask you, And please feel free if you want to use pigeon. Don't. It's okay. That's very much okay.
I can use pigeon. I can use pigeon because my English is not too perfect.
That is fine.
You know,
Be free as be as free
But
as you can.
I will speak.
Yes.
Yes.
Now
I know
let me
everybody
ask you.
listening to us today know I'm free. Yeah.
Let me ask you. I see Samuel Eto'o patronizing lots and lots of musicians back in their country. Have you ever met him?
It's another story of Samuel Eto'o. You know, let me bring this English right down so that even the fathers, the mothers, and the children who are in the villages can easily get me better because I know they are listening to me today.
Yes.
Samuel Eto'o, a different story. A different story. Yeah, but you know, say for this world, make I no lie, no man for this line, because that is my life. I like to talk true. I like me anybody get me better. Yes. You know, if you plant cocoa, you harvest yam. It's
Correct.
impossible. If a man tell you so you plant cocoa, you harvest yam, it's impossible. So any man the support my own place where you be. Samuel Eto'o is a very nice man, and a very good man. He do everything. He do things. Now God is blessing was thrown to him, but Samuel Eto'o feel encourage only he brother them because I don't cross plenty problem inside French Cameroon way and if you talk all for year, because if I talk all for year, when I go face I don't colo, I don't craze, but I never craze. Now because when problem don't happen for your house, now that you know say even your own picking them, they be involved for that problem.
Right.
Samuel Eto'o feel to do everything for please your own brother them. I don't call him many times for many a portion. And if he answer me, because my level with your level will never meet up. But that's life. Life is not only about money. Life is about what we are living, we are doing with what we want to do for future. Yeah.
Wait till it be your what would you say for the fact that Samuel Eto'o never ever make a statement, a single statement, not even condemnation of the killings in the southern Cameroons? Do you know what they are saying within their circle?
Yes, but I know Samuel Eto'o na a very nice guy, but involvement inside politics because if you want for live if you want to live in a good time with Cameroon, you get only for talk about the regime of Yaoundé. If Samuel Eto'o today need to pronounce nothing about the killings of Southern and the Ambazonian children, now because he don't involve himself inside the politics. He's a member of those people who are killing my own people.
Now, let's go back to your career. You mentioned that you start for sing in French because you realize without you singing in French, trying to be like them, your career nobody will go anywhere. We don't see the same trend where they go on even among our politicians. Just a few days ago, I showed you here, say our prime minister, not our prime minister, sorry about that. Their prime minister, John Ngute, married Yaoundé man. You see, this man from Batibo, they call him Mbandam. As old as he there.
I know about Mbandam.
Yeah, as old as he there, he will marry Yaoundé woman too. We get many of our own people where they go marry for Yaoundé just to be able, even at Tanganji, they marry for Yaoundé. So all these people, you see, is it the same thing? Is it the same thing where when you see for music industry where these politicians they now copy and do the travel do?
No. I feel talk say love is another step of the story. Love is another step of the story. Government never force you for love, woman we want for love them. Then
No,
the
but
evil way there for you.
the point be say the reason where they married this a wonder, Betty woman, it be because they seem like it will open them door.
No. It's not a matter of open them door. That is love, I believe, because today, even today, Ambazonia can get a freedom or a liberty, a freedom. You know, we no go differentiate an Ambazonian child to go marry a Cameroonian, a French Cameroonian lady.
Mm-hmm.
Now just say, when it comes to politics, you get to play the game how they tell you for play the game. You need to play the game for your favor. You play the game for the favor where they tell you for play the game. Even all these Dangotes, Atangandis, where you see them, so they are sad. They are sad. They are not living their real life. You know, what it made me sing one day in English. I compose this song now for French. But some particular time for my life can be what I say, but if you don't be appreciated by your own people, by your own brothers, nobody can love you more than those people.
Right.
Yes. No matter how you feel sing Douala, you know the Douala people they no go love you past Bendeka. No matter how you feel sing for Douala people they no go love you past Grass Deka, past their own artists the way they get them. Ugo Nyame. No matter if you sing for Betty language, Betty people they no go like you past Lady Pons, past another artist them. Now your own people they must start love you before the world understands say this man be loved by own people. Now by the way, any music way they come outside and music way be appreciated by your own country. When your country accept you before different countries they accept you.
So tell us about One Day. How did you come about that music? And again, as you said, I think that only music that you don't play in English, in the pidgin. Tell us the inspiration behind that music.
Maybe not the only music where I play for English. Okay. Maybe not the only music that I play for English. I don't play a lot of music. Today in my career, I get 57 music in my career today.
Mm-hmm.
One Day is the last album.
Okay.
But one day, Chris, excuse me, let me tell you, we are talking about where we grew up. We are above 40 today. It's very serious. Maybe people can be listening to me and saying, where is that guy? Not everybody can easily love me. No matter I'm talking about my brothers and my sisters. That one day song. If I tell you, say na me I write them, I lie you. Now God. I was inside a studio in a particular time, and it came up to me. I started singing, and as I was singing, the guy who was behind the machines started recording without my permission. So after I finished, I was sitting down. I composed this song. You know when I composed this song?
No.
I composed this song when I lost General Ivor. That is the day I sang the song of One Day.
Did you know Ivor personally?
I don't know Ivor personally. I don't even know him. I've never seen him in my life. But I like the courage.
Mm-hmm.
He was very courageous. That guy will get courage. Where anytime I begin listening for that small boy, I will see in this guy where he kill Goliath with his stone. So now how did he call that guy again for Bible?
Gideon.
The guy where kill Goliath for Bible with his stone. How do they call that guy?
Samson.
Now Samson kill that guy with where kill Goliath.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Yeah. That boy. Because now for years I start listening for the revolution.
Okay.
I begin to listen to the talk, and I been see how people they begin the. I was in
Sorry,
Europe, and I was
the guy who kills Goliath, that was David.
David. When I was listening to Ivo, I began to see David. I began too courage. He was very courageous. And when this music come out, I tell them my boy, say, he record, I tell him, say, when they can't listen which way you sing. I listen and I tell you, say, that is the music. I say, let's do it. So when we do the music, I never get money for promote the music. I never get enough of money for promote the music. So I will go Italy. I will be Italy for Ferrara, just towards Bologna. I bought some English guys them, some English grandfather them. So I just play the music for this same or maybe they don't listen to. They tell me saying I will compose them. I say, I compose them, I sing. I say, that music. Because I began some party for Ferrara. So some grandfather can tell me, say, we need the party, I beg. I want to make you sing this music for that party for me. I will give you €500. I said, okay, I go sing them for you. So that for that part, so as I sing them, some woman where they be picking for Bakundu village. When you listen for the music, it can fall for my skin with a mimbo, water, everything. It's a cry. So now some Bamileki guy be see that video. Now he call me say we the party. I want sponsor this music. So now so one day make it come out. Today we get jealousy people there everywhere. Even my own boy them, they jealousy say I don't can make money inside one day. But I need to blame them because I need to blame them. They get to understand. Now say one day now the hope of all Ambazonian. All our generals we have lost. We need to understand. I know say not manage understand. Place we just live. My children are in Boya. I have 7 children. They are in Boya, going to school. My first girl son is 16 years old today.
Now, you live in Paris, and I think the overwhelming majority of your fans are French speaking. When you are talking about the conflict in Ambazonia and supporting Ambazonia, being an advocate as you are doing now, how do they look at you? Do they think that you are one of those ambazozo, as they call it?
I don't get shit for game for nobody in this world. Chris, look, we are not living again. You, me, Sako, Tato, and all the rest fucking people talking around medias, we are not living again. We are gone already. What we can do now, protect the life of those who are coming behind. We are not living again. A Frenchman in front of me speaking rubbish about what is going on in my place. After I've just lost about 3,000 people behind me. I'm a soldier. I don't give a damn. You can't bat, I can't bat. Wata. Nobody. Place where she done at the dream amimbo. If I want to talk about my people, I talk with them with pleasure and dignity. And nobody can stop doing that. You can never stop me. Those who are dying are my people. And sometimes when I sit down looking at my own people again, hating yourself, because they don't know what is going on. Guys have decided to take their life and put in the revolution. Guys, brave guys, who have women and children, who can run and even go and sleep with their children everywhere. They have decided to free a land. Nobody can stop me talking when I want to talk. Look, I'm a Frenchman. I speak French throughout the whole day. That's why I see my English is too bad sometimes. Because I don't speak English always. because I only live with French people because I have many fans I have many fans in French people, and some of my concerts have been stopped because they know now I'm talking about my own people. But I told them I was born in Banga Bakundu. My father is from Lebialem. I buried my father in Lebialem in Wangon village. Nobody will stop me from being in that part of country. And every time I talk about my own people, if you are not happy, you just have to leave. If you are not happy and you think you want to make me feel astray, we are going to battle because I'm not different from the guy who is battling in Batibol, from the guy who is battling in Womb, from the guy who is battling in Muyuka, in Bangam, in everywhere in the part of the world. I'm a soldier of the revolution. If there is time to die.
Are you in touch with other Ambazonian artists, be it on ground zero or in the diaspora?
You know, it's too difficult. It's too difficult because all the Ambazonia artists are my children. They are my children. I'm the father of all the artists in Ambazonia. For those who know me better, I'm the father. Because the only person I got respect that will be meeting for so many places is Afuakom. But I know Afuakom, not everybody have the courage to put his face outside and talk about his own people.
Is Afuakom in Paris
but
too?
After Afuakom, no, Afuakom is not in Paris. Afuakom is in Cameroon. It's in Douala.
Okay.
It's in Douala. But all the rest, all the little guys coming around, because at first in Bamenda and Southwest, Northwest, all the rest, I was the only artist who can represent the English Cameroon. But just because of the language, I didn't have many opportunities to explore.
Because you
my
were
own
Ambazonian, you were not given those opportunities. That's what you mean.
Because I was an Ambazonian first, and because my own people, the Ambazonian people, never knew I was an Anglophonian. When they started seeing me speaking, some were saying, "But we de Paris, you be English boy." I tell them, say, I be English boy. I no go deny play or commode. And if you ever deny play or commode, all my little brothers, we have the Mr. Leos, we have the how can I call it, Salatiers and all the rest. They are doing better. They are too young. I know they are afraid. They are afraid because if you can't talk, you can't talk anything for you. Just know say you know if you ever go again for your own day. Man like me, I've given my life. My children, I retire them every day. After me, it's only God. God who can help you. Because I don't know, even by talking now, I don't know what happened for my picking them. But I have a dam of that. That picking where die for Muyuka, na my picking. That picking the way they die for how they call it that place, Ngabo, na my picking them. How fear remain is different because I go fear phobia. Because the fear phobia for Cameroon. Man, not talk against it. Because no go Cameroon again. Cameroon is not a country. Cameroon is not a country. I have a dam. That is my country. And where my children are living in that Cameroon, those my children, those are their countries. Anything can happen to them. But they are my children. I say it's the time of revolution. If you don't want to be part of the revolution, forget about yourself. You are already in the revolution. No matter who you are, where you came from, no matter who you support and who you don't support, you only speak outside because you want to be afraid of those who speak French because you are afraid of them. I'm not afraid of no fucking nigger. If you fuck with me, I fuck with you in the best way. First, I grew up in the street. I make myself in the street. And I'm a guy of the street. And those who are dying today are my brothers. They know, they love what I'm doing. So if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. Because I believe that one day, that is about the music I sound, one day we will be free. No matter how the sun will last, the night will come, we shall rise. Yes, I know.
All right. That little F language there, Peking that they listen for us, right? So not be good for television. So
yes, I know,
but I
but
understand
look,
where
I
you're
know.
coming from. I can see
I'm very sorry.
the anger in you.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for those who are listening
That is
to
okay.
us now. Yeah,
That is okay. Let me
it's
ask you. Let me ask you. You know that artists, they have a voice. And when you come to a struggle like the ones in which we find ourselves, artists, they feel play a very, very powerful, important role. Is it possible that you, Willie the Paris, uh, with the popularity where you get, if you bring all other Amba musicians in the diaspora together and say, let's come together, use our talent, use our voices to tell the world what is going on in our own country. Is it possible? Are you able to champion something? I believe many are watching and listening now. We have millions of people are watching on Ground Zero, thousands are watching in the diaspora.
yeah,
What
yeah.
is it possible? Is that something you can do? You can champion?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I can do, but I would like to correct you. I'm not
Okay,
coming into the struggle. I'm not coming into the struggle. I'm not coming into the struggle. I'm part of the struggle.
right.
I'm part of the struggle because if you were in Southern, you are part of the struggle. No matter what can happen, you are in the struggle. You are concerned. And all my little brothers, my little sisters, my kids who are listening to me, who are artists, who have a voice, who have something to say. My last project that I can bring everybody together is that I want to bring one day in Olympia. I will bring one day in Olympia. I will sing one day in Olympia, and I will invite everybody, all those artists who are afraid to talk, to come on Olympia, and let's do it together. You know, my brother, when I be artist them, the artist, a voice, it come out when problem don't happen for your own place. No matter what way if you sing for this world, me I be artist. Even how I talk so, this night when I talk so, many people they be like me, they go dislike me, they go run away from me. But the only man will get control for my life now God. Now only God knows what the way they come off my heart be pure and be clear and be very, because people the way they die every day now my fans them. Now my fans them, not my fans for those other artists them. Now fans them for Willie de Paris because I be the only artist we don't play for the whole Cameroon. If you now come to South for Ambazonia territory, I don't play for everywhere. Any man we don't die inside that territory, don't see my face before he die. They need to ask you for can't talk about Ambazonia, but you have to be concerned. You have to give your consent. You have to give your voice. No fear, nothing for this world. French Cameroon, they just try for frightening everybody. Yes. It happens that I die today because I don't even run Paris. I'm not in Paris again. I don't even run Paris because people they plan for poison me for day. Everybody want kill me. But I don't talk for all my picking them. They don't grow a bit. Anytime I die, it can happen. I can die even tomorrow. But I'm not different for all those who are dead already. The only important things we have to know in life is that we have to free our land. No matter how it can happen and how it's going to happen, we have to free our land. You know, Cristiano, let me tell you something. When I began 20 years, I began to make my ID card, my ID, my ID, my card identity for Douala. I become my card for Douala for WTM for Douala Madagascar. I reached there with my birth certificate. Again for that commissioner. That commissioner tell me say, qui es-tu? Kumba c'est où? Il faut amener ta maman. And my mommy be for village. My mommy be for village.
Yes.
So I be forced to go take my mommy friend way be for hospital. May he can't represent me for that police station. But when I bring for that police station,
why did we need your mommy for there for do ID card?
Because my birth certificate was made in Kumba.
Okay.
Because I'm in Meme in Kumba. So when they and that mommy friend come with drip for a hand. When he reached there, the commissioner said, no, j'ai blagué seulement, c'est pas sérieux. But I don't make 5 hours for that commissioner. It was my first ID. That I never get name. I sit down on street. The man made my ID, he give me, I go with that mommy. You know when Shakira composed the music for Zangalewa? You remember? I will be solicited by the group Zangalewa. I will get to be their coordinator for dancers, where they will get to come play for Italy. Now me I be the man where they be select them for coordinate their dancer them. Zangalewa with Shakira, they will get some concert for Italy.
Yeah.
So we will be 3. We get one Bassa girl, one Ewondo guy, and me. We go make passport for Yaoundé. They make the Bassa girl a passport, the Ewondo guy a passport. It ain't been a commission, that been an officer. Officer, he take my birth certificate, he put it for corner. He say, ça c'est Kumba, c'est à vérifier. But for that point, I've already been willing to Paris, so I've already get name. So I tell that commissioner, for a year, you go tell me whether Kumba na for Nigeria ide or na for Cameroon ide. You go tell me, when I go try for tell me whether Kumba dey for Nigeria or na for Cameroon. He say no. We get some Oroko guy where they work for delegation office. They call it commissioner boy. In our Oroko guy, how I be Mami na Oroko, I be Oroko guy too. They go call he come. So they must say no, he was just a killer because I be comedian. I said no. This thing happened when I get 20 years. And it can't happen again when I get 33 years. It's something very important. They get to tell me whether Kumba now for Nigeria ide or now for Cameroon ide. Maybe man just tell me, I just know. So that one make my passport and give me my passport. So this struggle, this revolution, maybe not today we start for my inside this my head. Me I don't start and before since. I not belong to no groups. To no group. I do my revolution in myself because I know anything what God is me for talk am. Because anytime what she done for her, I see people they don't die. I remember say, hey, Willie, you feel she don't say when they are own picking on there, on their friend they picking on there, on their friend in family, they don't kill them. So I said, no, you are not living again. You are not a living somebody again. By this time, when I come Europe, I will get plan for my life. Say I will go back for Kumba, for open an industry, for form small comedians and musicians come up, may they not grow as me I grow for industry, may they get somewhere to go. But the time where my dream come true, the war start. The war start. The one at 4 years today. I have not dream again. I'm not dreaming about Douala. I'm not dreaming about Yaoundé. I'm dreaming about Boya, about Limbe, about Kumba, about Bamenda. That is my dream because home is home.
Yeah.
Home is home. That is it. That is it.
What does the francophone community that you associate with, when they see this passion for Ambazonia, a free Ambazonia inside of you, what did them to talk?
You know, for the first time, I don't fight plenty inside Paris. When I go drink, you know what makes it 2 weeks where I go drink for some place for Paris where some girl invite me I can drink. I come for there, she done. But I met the girl with her friend and some two boys that be she done, I never know them. So I don't can she done me too at the listing them. So I be get a program with the Bodoli Kumfa for Ivory Coast. So he called me, I go outside for go answer the call. I want enter inside hall. I see I will hold up this silent, any man they call. But I think sometimes say bon, so anything will happen. After me I the discuss with that guy, I the try for interact with him, say my brother, you guys stuff. So the guy will invite me just vex. I will the guy to the try for answer me. He tell me say no, me I talk the truth one time. Time when you dey outside for this guy don't chakara all table them for this bar. Say no like your hate. He no like for see you. He want deal with you. The guy look me, I look the guy, I say, I ask them because now some picking the way they don't work with me for your own day. I say, what did happen? He said this guy don't chakara all table them for your way there for outside. Say, well, if you enter for him or deal with you, may I tell you one time make you know. So I tell the guy, say, you not get to chakara my store or my off license. Say you want deal with me. If you want deal with me, what day this start? We are 3,000 people don't die. We go for outside. One man die for day, enter his house. The another man remain. I know we call police. He correct so no because chakara man store say one fight. I know one kind fight. So French people them will get many of them way. You know when this struggle start, no, they need to know what did happen. Yeah. Now many French people they don't know what did happen, and again many French people they don't know say na dictator they live upon them. You see, so now they don't recognize their error, but the matter where they and I say how they feel do for ask for forgiveness for their own brother Southern Cameroon. Then say where town start will be no. Now the matter that and Englishman to na man way he keep to his words. It not be easy for forgive after losing a lot of people. Now what are you receiving when they make their work at them, all this they are turn them, they try for ask for forgiveness, but they don't know how to ask for forgiveness. Now say they don't plenty people and they way they deal with me. Plenty French people and they will deal with English Cameroonian and the way they know say yeah, we'll get right. We get reason. Why reason be fundamental? Them say we'll get right for do what you do. But I say they don't play for go again. The only people the way that they against me inside friend zone. Now people the way that they support CPDM because I don't decide say I never play for no CPDM party. I don't play with people we kill my own people. If it is that who is going to make me live in this world, let me die. I will never play with you until I leave this world. That is my word. And it happens, say, God kind as he be. I can't be for Europe, can't reach for this certain time where this war start. Because if I for been for Cameroon, I don't die since. Because for me, for carry AK, na nothing. I don't carry and since.
Willie, I like you to look at your camera there. I know a lot of young people, both home and abroad, now you're fans there. Wait till you tell those young Ambazonians where they watch you now for ground zero. And here in the diaspora, YouTube, Facebook, and so on, what message you feel pass for them?
Okay. The message I pass on for all my young brothers and for Ambazonian land. Please, you go excuse me first because I'm there for your platform. And I'm a man who need to chop my words them. the first message we go pass on for the platform. If you don't want to fight, go away. If you don't want to fight, go away. Take your mothers, your children, your fathers, you go away. Allow the ground zero for fighters, for those who have the bone to fight. You know it's not a matter of joke, my brothers and sisters. When those guys will come in, they will kill you. They don't know for your failure you fight or you need to fight. Then too they fear their own life. If you are a young boy, 14 to 25, 35 years, if you no one fight, go away from land. From now as I'm talking. You take it or not, it depends on you. When the another people enter, they will kill innocent. They don't get that for your book, say for your face, the right and say you are not a fighter. It's neither you take your courage and protect your land, or you should allow the land to be protected by other people. It's very, I'm coming here to say, because all what I'm saying here today, that, oh no, it's difficult to say, you know.
I get it. I get you. I understand how emotional.
Let me finish.
It can get. Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
finish.
Go ahead. All
right. Let me finish, please, Chris. Brother, I decided for make the interview today now because I would like to tell when I say, no matter what it happen, no matter what it happen, many of them don't die, and many of picking the lost their father them. Because even we for the diaspora will not understand ourselves again. This revolution start, no man be nobody happen. And today, see place all day. I don't care whether I be artist or not. I don't need to be artist. Nobody. You see, Seseko de prisoner because he believed to Ambazonia. In our land, he believed to Ambazonia. See the argument, the way they argue down. Even the young ones, the way they get the courage for fight. Then if you fight, then fear. Because you get people them inside diaspora way. Any man don't get your own kind of sense. When you listen, then you don't understand what they are. If you want to kiss snake, you must cut it hate. If a snake not get hate, not a snake, na worm. If a snake not get hate, na worm. So, my dear fellow brother, in Ambazonia land, will not get land again. Me, I don't want to see no man stay inside that land. That land must remain a battle land. So that to come and battle in that land, that the day will be free, people will come back and stay in that land. You cannot be staying there and every day they are killing people where you know they will be killing people and you are staying because you don't know when you will die. You have to leave the land before the land takes you away. Allow the land for those who want to fight. And I will use this opportunity to call all the leaders. If you don't want to see snake, we get hit. That means now warm you want to see them. They work for America. I don't listen all live them for everywhere. I listen my brother, my sister, them, everybody. So when they talk, so they can fight. If we start fight amongst we, where will they go? Where will they go? Means we don't even like the people the way they fight behind we. Okay, yes, now today, they accuse say they don't contribute money, give. Una feel say this struggle start, some man be no to go. Made the man will be no place where to go for this struggle stand up, tell me. Even the Yabacho who started the war in Ground Zero never know where we're going to. Never know. You are speaking the same language, but you don't understand yourself. We don't know where you're going to. We need to understand ourselves. We need to understand ourselves to be stronger than ever. We need to do it now, or we are going astray. You can't fight the war alone, man. You can't do it alone. Better we allow the people live their life, do this war alone. I'm feeling bad. My girl picking day for day we get to go school.
Yesterday, Willie, in this same line of talk where you did talk, I know you could call me, you asked me a question about some of these activists. I think you were probably surprised.
Yes, yesterday I call you, I ask you say, I listing Tapang Ivo. I never know the side where they go. I never know play where we arrive. Sometimes the list Eric, I never know the side where they go, the side where we arrive. We could stop the accuse ourselves. I know to lead people is not easy. I know in the struggle. I never know what will happen. But I don't need to be in the struggle. I don't need to read my book to be in the struggle because I'm part of the struggle. And nobody will remove it from me. You can never remove it from me because I'm part of the struggle. I was born in that land.
If I put it this way, so if any of these guys we are referring to that you listened to yesterday, if let's believe that they are listening, they are watching at you and listening to you now, what message you get for them? What will you tell them?
I will give a message to all of you, not only to these guys, all of you. You the Christian, you the President Sako, the Eric Tatos, the Mark Baratas, the Tapang Ivos, everybody. Maybe you are getting it wrong. You are getting it wrong. To lead people is not easy, and you know it because you go to school. You went to school more than me. I never ever be school. But I struggle to be who am I to be. When I get to understand for this world, say, to lead people is not easy. What is $1 million when we are talking about 3,000 people killed? Me, I feel say this struggle. Some people they feel say some country they way they support Ambazonia for fight this struggle. That's why I feel for their Mendula. I feel for their Mendula. Say so let's wrong. They way they provide equipment them for Ambazonia soldiers to fight this war. They know Eric Tatos, Tapang Ivo, Sako. Listen to $1 million is not it's fucking money. We're talking about the life of a human being. Because only one Pekin figure that money times 155. You feel buy gun, you go there for they take on. Even say you buy another $15 million, you don't finish. This struggle, gone to the enter now, inside Connie. Una must know, say, if we not the one, we not go succeed this war. If you like Sako or not, if you like Tactor or not, if you like yourself or not, that is not a problem of Sonyan living in Southern Cameroon. What the people of Southern Cameroon need is unity, and let's do it together. We have to do it together because we are forced to do it together. If you are listening to me, some of are even those on this music I sung one day, because I'm going to play everywhere and people love what I've sung and they are giving me their pressure, they are giving me their money. Some of you, I heard somebody, I give you the name of that man, or who was that man? The guy I give you the name, I was in an interview with him before. The guy in Yaoundé.
I don't remember. I don't recall.
He can't online the talk say, me, I don't beg Ambazonia people never play my music. I ask this where I'll be very sorry of your life. People that they write books, some people they read them about this struggle. If the artists write music, maybe people they listen about this struggle. You can't turn money. This is 20 career inside music. 20. If I not be inside this struggle, I'll be nobody. So I ask all now. I beg all now. Una leave all these videos there. Una the course, una serve this one. When this struggle start, nobody maybe know. Now the confuse all we. Cause no man no. We talk all the same language, but with the one mendula they don't block. We need to be one because we are talking the same thing.
Right. Okay. If I may come in there a little bit before, I will open the phone line briefly for maybe about 3-5 calls before, because I see people are very, very emotional with what you are saying. But before I get that, let me make a correction. We've not only lost 3,000 people in this fight, we've lost over 12,000. I mean, killed.
12,000. Yes. I'm talking about 3,000 is just because is the figure we just come into
right. I think that is what you hear from the international community. They tell you 3,000 or over 3,000.
Yeah.
That is not true.
But I know it's more than it's more
right.
than it's more than it. Yeah.
Right. But you mentioned money. 1 million is nothing. And as you rightly said, when this war started, nobody here is a war professional. Nobody knew where this thing was heading to. If we have learned, it is only now that we are learning and learning really, really deep. And so, what will take us to win this war is when Ambazonians stand up to support this war with their money, not morally, not vocally, but with their money. I'd like you to look at that camera and say to Ambazonians, no matter what you think, no matter what you believe, some people are still standing on the middle since the beginning of this war because they think, what happened? We lost the war. What happened? We don't win. So I'd like you to look at that camera, Willie, and speak to every Ambazonian and tell them the only thing we need to win this war is your contribution. Support your local government, support your county, support the Ambazonian Restoration Forces. Go ahead, please.
What I can say, which have to talk for the revolution, I say, I don't want to be a mad dog inside the revolution. And I will never live to be a mad dog inside the revolution. The only belief we are getting, I say, people then they where they start this revolution. And I believe to them, go ahead. Take us like Moses in the sea. If any man they with me though, let me say don't lose. Because we are already 40 today. We have 30 years to live again, 35, maybe 40. If we can't give a better life to our children, means we will never do it. So this is the time. You can and you will. If you want to talk about the revolution, the money, maybe now this kind of money where they see people they give $20, $30. Look, it's a revolution. If you want to stand, stand. If you don't want to stand, That's okay. Revolution is about money. See the guys, the way they need to sleep with you there for your bed, you the whole your woman. Guys that is sleeping inside bush, my brother, my brother, my brother. Now money. Anything for this world, now money. My own contribution what I fit give inside this world. I dey talk for all the biggest Ambazonian leaders the way they did for the whole world. I want me one day go play for Olympia. One day for now 150,000 euro. When you full Olympia.
All right, we will come back to that. I will speak with you about that in the background, and let's see what if we can rally around and get some support for that project. Because I know we discussed about it yesterday.
I have an appointment with important businessman Thursday, because on Saturday I'm going to Spain. I'll play on Spain on Saturday, and on Sunday I'll be back. So on Thursday I have an appointment with an important businessman. I would like to give him the project so that if he can bring Ambazonia to Olympia, so that all what we benefit us in Olympia will go to the struggle and to know to who to give, so that it can easily be used for it.
All
maybe
right.
50,000 euro.
All right, we will talk about that,
about
that in the background, and then we will bring it up in another at another occasion. Let me open the phones, and we'll get a few calls from our audience who may want to say one or a thing or two to you before we call it a day. Hello, sir. We have the first caller here.
Hello, Secretary Chris. I just want to start by thanking you for what you've been doing. You are a soldier. I like that word that Willie said, that everybody is a soldier. As long as you stand for our country, Ambazonia, no matter where you are in the diaspora or ground zero or ground one, wherever in this world you are a soldier. I would like to classify you like a general. You've been doing a lot. But this is my point. We have to create something like a attorney general in this revolution. Somebody who can point out, because last video that I saw Agbobala telling the world that it is not genocide. It's that word genocide in Cameroon or war crime is not right. If the French can be saying that in Cameroon there is genocide, you who is from southern Cameroon, you are the one telling people that it's not genocide. It's a shameful thing. Agbobala has to be called, and we have to tell him that he will have to answer to us one day about that very video, because he's worse than Paul Biya. If the world can be saying everybody is crying about war crime being committed in Cameroon, in our country,
all right.
He's coming to.
All right, I get a point. And thanks for the call. What I will tell you is, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking note of what people are saying in the course of this war. And when the right moment comes, they will account. They will account for the things they say. Willie, I saw you smiling there. What did you have to add to that?
No, that's I get a point. But there was just you put the line on so that people can ask questions. What Agbobala have just is, if you want to be part of this struggle, you have to leave Cameroon, as Weber just did. You can't stay in Cameroon, in French Cameroon, and think you will be against French Cameroon government. Look, please, you should not be joking with this war. People are dying, and they are killing people innocently. So if somebody stay in Cameroon, what people are saying in Cameroon, it should not be part of what we are saying here. I hope you are getting me. Hello? Are you getting me?
Yes, Willie, I can get you. Thanks for that. Let me take this other caller from London. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Thank you for being there for the people of Ambazonia, and may God bless you and keep you. I want to say a big thank you to Willie de Paris for coming to ABC TV. Willie, thank you very much. I got some of the points you made, and what I just want to say to you is. Ambazonians are not fighting. Genuine Ambazonians are not fighting. And genuine Ambazonians will never fight. And genuine Ambazonians are fighting to make sure that homeland is liberated. And every other person you see coming up fighting, those are agents of La Republic. They've taken money from them, and they are doing everything possible to crumble the struggle. But I want to assure you, as you said earlier, that your dreams have failed. Your dreams have not failed because Ambazonia is real. It's just a matter of time. Ambazonia will be liberated, and the genuine Ambazonians will be there. In a God-ordained revolution like this, every one of us is in a sift. Only the genuine ones will get to Boya. I want to appreciate you, and I thank you so much for coming. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for the
Thank
call and for the eloquence. Willie, you have something to add to that?
No, I have nothing to add because it was very appreciative. What can we add after a woman of speaking? So we have nothing to add. All I'm saying here is what the Lord have said I should. So if you are getting me, that is my mind. I'm giving my mind. I give no damn shit.
Thank you so much.
All right. Let's get to the next caller. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris.
Yes, ma'am. Where I know where you're calling from, please.
I'm calling from Germany, Deutschland.
From Germany, Dutchland. Okay.
Yes, I have a question for my brother Willie.
Okay.
Brother Willie, I just want to ask you. You say these struggles start where we know how it come about. I take you right for that one. And I want to ask you again, you say, all we will talk now for one thing. You mentioned Eric Tato, you mentioned Mark Barra, you mentioned Tapang Ivor. You say when you listen to them, you don't know play where they start and also the one land. And then you say, all we will talk now one thing. I want to ask you, I say, bro, how will we talk one thing? Secretary Chris, they will do it if they do you. You see how many people they come on for watch you and for support you, and they feel you. When you start talking, you break down, people they see you, they feel you, they put tears. That for them, so we talk one thing. But if you can't see every tato, Mark Barata, Tapang, they did instead talk and say they will come attack our own president, President Sako. They will come attack our own Secretary of Communication. And they say we will talk now one thing. How we talk one thing, my papa? I may just explain my year. And then another point, I beg you, maybe 3,000 don't die. Not over 12,000 don't die. I want because you know, so you get big voice, you get big even a one, even a one, even a one. Me the thing, me reflect with what you see. Because na 3,000, then we talk na 12,000. You know, correspond. I just explain that I want to correct and I want just play for you so you think I'm against say Tapang, Ivor and Eric and Mark Barra, we dey one side, we know they one side for sure. So, Papa, that time for them. Tell them, me then stop them. Me they come for we or they leave and they take that money where they follow for La Republic. So, thank you so much. Basically, thank you so much for giving me the chance to talk.
Thank you. Thank you for the call. Willie, you have anything to add there? I think she's just making the point that when we know the truth,
let me.
Yes, go ahead.
I don't talk say all we would talk now one thing. You know what we talk now one thing. Go listen Tapang Ivo. He will tell you, let's equip our guys in Grand Zero. Go listen Eritato. Let's equip our in Grand Zero. What we need now is keeping our guys in Ground Zero, because we have to equip our guys to have the liberation. When you can listen President Sako, na the very speech. When you come to Cristiano, na the very speech. That means na the very speech where any man did talk. But the point I say, maybe not any man get.
Okay.
That is it.
All right, all right.
I don't know why. John, were you getting me?
Yes, I was hearing you.
Okay.
I was hearing you. So, yeah, again, the point is, yes, everybody is on the side of Ambazonia in this struggle.
Everybody
is on the side of Ambazonia. However,
let's equip our guys. Let's equip our guys. So that is where I'm getting confused. To equip whose guys, and where are you going to fight in United States of America? Whom are you going to fight? Those who are equipping the guys, or you want to equip the guys? Ambazonia is a large place. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me get the next caller here. Hello.
Good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you're calling from, please?
Yes, I'm calling from Maryland.
Okay. And what is your question or contribution?
Secretary Chris, I will speak in broken English, in pidgin.
That's okay.
I want just talk say for social media, would they see some people they write like Tapang Ivor, that they write they talk say this, so he go come for the United States for the day for the match. Say they are coming to fight against our president. I know say even though as we do so, they are listening to us. They are watching us. I want to say make this information it go for he say with the weighty. If he come, we are going to give them a snake beating of the year where they never ever forget about themselves. The havoc they have caused in our revolution, we are declaring enough is enough. Make man stay for your lane. If they don't want to support us, if they don't want to talk for the revolution, let them go and sleep. We are waiting for them on that day of the march. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call. I hope they are listening to you. I will not comment. The only thing I would say is that this interim government is not a government that will be intimidated by two inconsequential individuals. So we are not very much worried about what they put out there on the social media. We are stronger. Let me get the next caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Good evening. Good afternoon, Secretary Chris.
Good afternoon, sir. May I know where you're calling in from, please?
I'm calling from Minnesota.
Okay. And what is your question or contribution?
Yeah, my contribution is, first of all, I want to thank Willie de Barry for his contribution on the Amba TV. He has really spoken, and if anybody who is a real and genuine Ambazonian did not listen to him, then I don't think that person is going to listen to anybody who can speak about Ambazonia. What I want to say is that, first of all, I will blame all the Ambazonians in the diaspora because they always speak with their mouths, they don't participate, and they think with their mouths they're going to fight the world. We are trying to say that the boys on the ground are tired, and the people supporting them from ground zero too are tired. If you are in the diaspora and you cannot dip your hand in your pocket to help your country, then I don't think you are for the revolution. I want to think that if the county heads and local LGA heads can go by every village of the local government, because I know every local government is made up of villages, and if they can go to every village get the statistics and see that everybody participates in this revolution, that will be better. Because if they keep saying, go and fund your local government, go and fund your LGAs or whatever, and they don't go through their group leaders to get the statistics and get them involved, I don't think they're going to go. They're going to help in this revolution. So I'm trying to say that the local government heads should go take statistics from every village in diaspora and make sure they participate. If they don't participate, they send their names to the Amber Boys or to the fighters on ground to make sure that they tell them to participate, or they either participate now or when after the revolution. If there's somebody is coming to do anything in his village, he shouldn't do it without contributing to the revolution. I think that's
All
what
right.
I think, and I think that's what I can say for now. Thank you for.
All right, thank you for that contribution. I will say to the last caller, I think what to do. The AGA's leaders cannot start going around every cultural group asking them to, trying to count or to know who is there. I would rather suppose that all our cultural groups, and there is a problem here. I have heard many cultural groups, cultural leaders saying we are apolitical, we don't want to talk about Ambazonia in our cultural meetings. Where are you from? Do you come from any other place other than Ambazonia? So I really think the point raised by the last caller is good, but I will suggest every cultural group leader should have a register of the members of that cultural group that is available for the local government administrators to access and know exactly who is where and who is paying dues and not. I think that's the way to go. Willie, you have anything to add there?
Yes, all these leaders who owns the cultural group, they are playing Tumbu. You know what I mean Tumbu now?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there will not be place for those who are playing Tumbu. There will not be space for them. This is something which is happening. Real. It's not a film of Jackie. You should know where you are going to, or you should know where you have stopped. Because you will not come and play Tumbu and say, I cannot speak. Because tomorrow, when this guy will give all their life to free this land, they will come and say there is no there to fight now, because this is your time to fight now. I'm not afraid of nobody. I don't like Pobia. I will never like Pobia. I hate the person called Pobia. I will never like him, because somebody who have killed my own people, I will never stand with him and speak. No one. It will never happen. This is
all right.
Paris. I was born in Banga Bakundu in 1970 something. I'm from Libya, Wangon village. That's my village.
All right. Let me get the next caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dubai.
From Dubai. Okay. What is your question or contribution, please?
Yes, I don't have a question. It's about my contribution due to what Religious Paris just said.
All right. Let me get the next caller. Hello. Can you lower your television or your computer, whatever you are watching on, please? Can you turn down the volume and focus just on your phone?
Down. Yes, it's down.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes, concerning what Willie Paris just said about the revolution, the best way is for you guys to come together, as Willie Paris was just talking right away now, whether Tapang Ivo, whether Eric Tato or whatever, because once you people are together, it means people are joining for a point, right? Like whatever, because Tapang Ivo is going online, the guys on ground zero need weapon.
Eric said the same thing. The guys on Ganzero need weapon. You are saying the same thing. The guys on Ganzero need weapon. I am actually look as the guys on Ganzero need weapon. So what are they going to follow? The most important thing is for you to come together and have one focus.
Can I hold on there? Hold on there. It is very good that when you speak with a lot of knowledge. The same guys who say the guy on ground zero need weapon. It's the same guy who is ordering someone ground zero to go kill others. How do you expect any sound, anybody with a sound judgment to go about saying we all agree on the same thing? It is not correct. You cannot be here raising money to send on the ground in the pretext everybody need weapons. Then you ask some people on the ground to go and kill people who should be fighting the same cause with you. The fact of the matter is, when we find people who are trying to destroy the revolution but speaking the same language with us, we pick them out, we put them aside and move on.
Exactly what you're saying, Secretary, you are very right.
All right, thanks for the call. Okay, let me take one last caller. This is Ground Zero. The first caller from Ground Zero. I think this is about, has a bad network here. That has a bad network. Okay. Well, I guess we may not have Ground Zero today. This is, hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you turn down the volume of your set? Turn down the volume of your set and focus on your phone, please.
Hello. This is, yeah, this is. Yeah, I did.
Yes, go on. Hello.
So I am calling from Granford, North Dakota.
Okay.
I'm so happy to hear from Willie. Yeah, I'm so happy to hear from Willie de Paris.
Okay.
His point is very clear and good for me. Secretary Chris, my point is this.
We're listening. Go ahead.
So my point is this: for the unity that they say we should be together. Willie is really telling the truth. And my own contribution is this: can our general president, Dr. Esame Sako, come in the TV as a general president and say to the entire Ambazonia that everyone should come together. That is leading to every person to come together, to be united. That if he has hurt somebody, they should forgive about what he has said, what he has hurt somebody, and let everyone come together. Can he come for us and apologize, like, you know, if you are good to be a good leader, you can apologize even if you don't do something bad. To say, okay, I apologize for everybody that I have hurt. Can they come? Can you guys help me and come together so we fight this fight as one person? This is my contribution.
Okay, thank you for your contribution, but don't drop yet. Don't drop yet. Do you know how many? Do you know how many groups are supposed to be in this struggle, fighting for the same struggle?
I don't know, but this word
okay, hold on. You don't know, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, every group there are groups because different people who are leading those groups disagree with one other group or the other. And you will recall that on a number of occasions, all these groups have been brought together to seek collaboration, not even unity, collaboration, so that things that we all agree on, we can come together and do those things and prosecute those things. Things that we don't agree upon, other groups can handle it their own way, the other group handle their own way. But when you have a situation where some of these other groups are saying, unless you do it our own way or the highway, it is difficult. There is a saying, you can only work with somebody who is ready to work with you. That is the problem here. We just talked about the Swiss initiative. Everybody, every Ambazonian embraced it. We saw it as an opportunity. But you still have people who say they're in the same struggle, in the same fight with us, saying, oh no, the Swiss are BS country. The Swiss are this. They are not neutral. And they give every reason, and they don't only give reason, they go out and anti-campaign the Swiss initiative. So when you have a situation like this where we should all come together because all we want is a solution, when you have groups that are thinking this way because they are not in charge, they must spoil it, how do you think you can work with them? That is the big problem, and I will let Willie put in his own voice there.
Yes, what you just say is true, but I want people to understand that not everybody was born to be a leader. You can
Correct.
never be a leader when you are not a leader. Many were called, but few were chosen. You have to know it. If you don't want to follow a leader, means you were not born to be a leader. That is all. I know President Sako, I've never met him, but I know he can do so. But I want him to do even so, to call everybody for peace and appeasement and everything, because that is the job of a leader. That what makes me come out on when Paul make his speech, special speech he have to make about the Anglophone crisis. I insulted him because the speech was not pleasing my mind. But I know President Sako can do it. You are a president. When there is house, you can call everybody to quench the fire. Do
All
it
right.
for your people. They say you should do it. Do it. Call everybody at the table. If you are not a leader, you can't understand what it means to be a leader.
All right. Thanks for that, Willie. The only thing I will say to you and maybe others is it is easier said than done until you are within and you know what it takes for that to be done. You may not understand. It is easier said than done. Let me get the next caller, the last caller from Ground Zero. Hello, sir.
Yes, good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from on Ground Zero?
Yes, I'm calling from Meme County.
Okay, and what is your contribution, sir?
Yes, before I contribute, I want to just make mention that we don't have lights.
Oh.
I don't know if it is all over, yeah.
Since the beginning of the broadcast?
Pardon?
You didn't have lights since the beginning of the broadcast?
Yes, the lights, it rained here heavily and the lights just went off as usual.
Okay, so how are you watching this? On phone or what?
Well, I have a
Oh, you have a generator?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, please go ahead with your...
Yeah, hello?
Yes, go ahead with your question or comment, please.
Okay, I just want to say that I follow the program and Willie said something that I will differ a little bit in that our people marrying those Ewondo women. Really, that's a trick. It is a ploy that you cannot know. Yes, Because when I look at Christopher Nsala, are you getting me?
Yes.
We are getting it.
Yes, Christopher Nsala married an Ewondo woman in order to have his pass. And all these people, they are doing this, like he himself, he said, before he could succeed, he had to learn Basa, learn French in order to succeed. If you are working with those people, in short, if you don't dance to their tune, there's no way you can succeed. Okay, coming to the issue of Tapang Ivo, Eric Tato, in short, these people are just playing the fox kind of game. They will tell you that fund ground zero, but from their actions, you will see that they are actually doing the opposite. They are really against the struggle. They are just pretending, trying to make people believe that they are with us. No, they are not. Yes, they are very terrible people. Yes. I suspect they are being paid by La Republic to be doing all these things. So I'm just saying that really, we should just go ahead. We pray that our boys should stand their ground and you people do everything to sponsor them so that they can execute this war.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the call.
It's just because of time. I would have had other things to say, but I think I'll be waiting until another program comes up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. That is the last call, the last caller that we can take today, ladies and gentlemen. Willie, if you have the last word for Ambazonians, please go ahead and say it.
Yeah, I would feel like to answer the last call and say when I was talking about marrying and a Wonder Woman to have a position in French Cameroon, it was not about that. I don't know what is really going on because don't let you saying to people you are making a fool of yourself because you went to school by yourself and you know what you're looking for. You know, nobody says to Honorable Wemba to leave the Parliament House and run away. Nobody says to him. Nobody says to him. It's not even important when we're talking about people getting married to another tribe or tradition. It's not very important because me, I have children of all those places. But it's not very. We're talking about our own revolution. We're talking about our own self. We're talking about our people and our children. 12,000 being killed is not an easy job. Right. So we should not flatter ourselves saying you get married. That is what it's not an excuse. That is what they are living. What I know is that even when Ambazonian flag will be raised up in Boya, our children can go and get married to those people, not because of an interest. No, it's just because you have to make use of yourself when you are still here. We are still able to make use of it because Ambazonian is our territory and nobody will take it to us.
Okay. That is it. Willie de Paris. Thank you very much for coming up and being frank and being honest. I think the audience was really moved with your testimony, and I look forward to.
I hope I didn't hurt nobody. I hope I didn't hurt nobody.
It's
I was talking all what out of my mind, and I would like to plead. I would like to plead for everybody to understand that in any situation there is a leader. If you don't want to recognize the leader, you should recognize. By recognizing yourself, you know that in every meeting, in every organization, in every seat in this world, there is somebody who have to lead. All right. Sako, President Sako, let me call him President Sako, is the interim government. Is that the right word?
Yes, interim government. Yeah.
Interim government. I believe you went to school more than me. Interim government. If you know what means interim government, interim first. Interim means somebody can lead you for a certain period. It's not the government. You should stop fighting for a government while we are looking for a country. They say this person have to lead us into this bridge. After this bridge, we have to cross. After this bridge, 77 bridges to cross.
Yes.
Why are you fighting for somebody who is not yet the leader? It's an interim government.
All right.
He's just there for the moment.
That is the point. That is the
point.
point. Unfortunately, many people don't see it that way. They think that they're going to leave Europe or leave America. They think they're going to leave Europe and leave America and go and become the president of Ambazonia. So I hope they're listening to you. They hear you, and they rally behind the interim government. Let's secure the country first. When we secure the country, you can fight to be president, you can fight to be minister, you can fight to be a political leader.
You can fight even to own a village.
Yeah,
that is your problem.
That is it.
You can fight to own a village, carry the village.
Right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are calling it a day. We are calling it a day here, but before I go, I want to say again, one more time, Willie, thank you for coming on. I will get back to you. We will discuss about that other project, and then we'll see what we can do. Thanks for coming on, please. All right. Fellow Ambazonians, that was Willie.
Chris.
Yes.
Please. I don't want you to stop this edition without greeting all the brave soldiers of the revolt.
All right, do that quickly.
I would like you, every time you are doing your interview, stop it and greet all those brave guys of the revolution.
All right, absolutely.
Of our life.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Fellow Ambazonians, it was a pleasure being here with you. It's a long broadcast, but you have all patiently been waiting. I still see over 1,000 people on Facebook still watching for over 3 hours now. Before I go, I'd like to remind you of the Great March coming up again, March the 13th in Washington, D.C. And of course, the rally in London at the Commonwealth Secretariat, March the 9th. Please let us mark this date and plan to be there. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for us to call upon the international community to listen to our cause, and also to remind them about the genocide that is going on ground zero. So please take note of those dates. Let's make it there. All of us, let's make it there. I shall be there by the grace of God. Thanks for tuning in today. And God bless you all. Good night.
I like what we did, but it's just, même si les ennemis